zoning really well.
Yeah, man.
Because shields aren't that great.
No.
So what I mean by that is that you can't really do much out of shield. And on top of that, it's super easy to do a lot of shield damage. So because of that, your moves can poke easy. And because of that, if you can put out a lot of projectiles easily, and then you can have a well-aimed disjoint, for instance, like the Belmont's whip.
Or you can do that. Because here's the thing, man. Like, if there's something weaker than glass, I'd say paper mache is what the Belmonts are on stage. And I think Mewtwo's a great character that's good at exploiting poor recoveries. Oh. Spagoot. There's a lot of Spagoot popping out right now.
Koopa, he's from your neck of the woods. Why is this happening?
Look, man.
We're in your neck of the woods.
Gonz, formerly in S-Main and Smash 4, has been wrestling around with mostly Simon. Played a little bit of Richter when the game first came out. And right now, it's just kind of not working out for him. That SD and unfortunately getting, being susceptible to death at all percents as a Belmont is very unfortunate. Because like I said, Mewtwo's really good at pushing his offstage presence because of how floaty it is and how many tools he has with lingering hitboxes.
So we look at this game one, and we see a tragedy unfold behind us.
My rice is still cold in the middle. That's how fast that game went.
Uncle Ben's not pleased with that timer. So now,
I just see Chris laughing.
So now I posit the question to you, Koopa. Do we see the rise of Ness? Do you think it's coming back after that?
Let's find out. I don't know, man. Gonz is kind of stubborn when it comes to switching up the characters. Oh, yeah, baby.
Is what you would
Just
say.
the quality content that I was looking for. So here we go. Was the tag switch to S4?
I like it. That's almost sickening how nostalgic it is.
So Ness is a character where I think a lot of people thought he was going to be a lot worse than he was just because of how the game's mechanics changed. This character is still very, very good.
Like, he maintained a good amount of his grab game aspects, which, just to build on what I brought up earlier with shields, you would think grab's not going to be as strong because shield's not as useful.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they just gave him all the tools to just harass you with. They made his aggro game super good, and he could just press buttons on you
Up
very
smash is
well.
a move, down smash is a move still. His aerials are so incredibly strong, but right now, Gonz isn't dead yet, so that's very, very important. But SDX, again, there hasn't really been much to say because that first game was kind of a wash, but SDX is still playing really well. Again, a character with Mewtwo that is very different, and there we go.
It seemed like SDX had buffered an air dodge.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Adjusting to the buffer system is going to be something that a lot of players still need to get used to, especially when getting pressured in a situation like that.
Oh my god. Go for the super long charge and a down smash right there, but...
I respect it.
Yeah, but Mewtwo, another one of those characters, has great range in his disposal to work with. F-tilt's a tool that you can kind of use to safely poke and neutral alongside down tilt. And obviously being able to, do all sorts of tilts and stuff out of your run. This makes Mewtwo that much harder to kind of space against, because you always have to play such a particular range against him, where you have to respect both the down tilt and also not let him get a free charge on Shadow Ball. It looks like a lot of the same for the most part. Back throw, the old yeet.
Some things never change, man.
Death taxes Mewtwo back throw.
Well, one thing I can share on this is just, we've actually seen this from Gonz earlier with how he used down smash. The utility of his smash attacks now couples really well with the fact that he can just pressure you endlessly with up air and nair. We've seen forward air come out a few times, but forward air has always been a really good tool just for getting people off the stage.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Nair holds its utility, and then up air, it may not look like the head bonk from Smash 4, but the final hit of it has the same knockback.
God.
And you could drag someone around with it.
And I say, SDX is doing a really good job of punishing the air dodges right now. He's gotten, I'd say, like a good 60% just strictly off of the air dodges. There you go, back throw.
It's not going to do it. It's kind of wild to see that move, not kill it, as effectively as it used to.
Yeah. And I believe it's lost its title as the strongest back throw in the game now.
That's correct. He lost it to Incineroar, but he's still really far up there. Speaking of up, it's all we're going.
Yeah, sometimes you just explode, man. So here we go. Gonz has himself in the driver's seat right now, albeit it's a very uncomfortable seat to be sitting in because he's, I think, one solid hit away from death right now.
While that is true, Gonz has consistently had the lead in this game too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Ooh, good mix-up right there on SDX's part. kind of hovering a little bit lower than he did before, just to get conscious timing, getting around the active hitbox of the yo-yo. And there we go, dash attack will seal the deal.
Honestly, did not expect that to kill, but I figure at that percentage, anything would out of Mewtwo's kit.
Oh, there we go. Gets the drag down fair into the forward throw. Like I said, man, some things are hard to change. That still edge guards you the same way you did all those years ago.
Yeah, and if anything, I feel like it's even better now because PK Thunder is a little bit more reliable of a projectile to pressure with because it has much more knockback.
Oh, God, that face.
That dropping below the ledge lets you scoop a lot easier, and because of it, we're going to be going to a game 3.
That's like when you walk the dog and the dog bites you.
It's your friend with the really big dog. He's like, no, man, he's friendly. Keeps him on a 3-centimeter leash.
On the chain leash?
Yes. Big bark boy. No, don't worry.
Yeah, you're right.
Never been a soul.
No, he's great with kids.
That's the best
we
one.
adopted him. That being said, folks, we're getting into this third game here. Ness versus Mewtwo one more time. Go to Final Destination. What do you think of the stage pick here, Hangman?
So, Final Destination is a bit different from how we last remember it. One note worth about this stage is the fact that it's smaller, actually.
Yes.
Which kind of makes it weird for zoning, because it's like when you want to zone, you want a lot of space to fall back on. You want your opponent to take time to approach on you. But if you're a bit more of an aggressive player, you are able to focus the juggle state more, and more importantly, if you're able to constantly send your opponent off stage, pressure them with that, and then just recede, I feel like this stage fits its bill really well for certain types of zoner players, and I feel like SDX fits that category fairly well.
Absolutely. Oh, so gonna miss the grab attempt out of that PK Fire, but still gonna keep SDX at disadvantage right now. Again, good read on the roll behind Gons. One thing that's always been really good about him is that his reaction time is second to none. He's really good at just being able to press the trigger at the right time. Again, this is where it's hard for Mewtwo to get back now, especially with air dodges being a lot worse than they were. The down smash gets the job done, and Gons on a very healthy first stock takes the first stock from SDX.
I feel like a lot of the issue is that SDX has no idea he can get in dual damage because he's ending out the stocks with no problem, but he's always a lap behind when it comes to the stock count because he takes so long to rack up the damage. He's not able to get any consistent combos on Gonzalez. And it's an interesting case to see because you can normally see Mewtwo pressure out with, be it forward tilt, down tilt, usually the premier move, and these tools aren't putting in the work that they could potentially be doing for SDX.
Yeah, he's definitely having a harder time getting through things, but good job right there, chasing him low and forcing Gons to PK Thunder from way deep in the blast zone. So SDX able to even things up, and again, really healthy on the second stock too. That's super important, especially when you play with that extra stock. It kind of gives you a little bit more of a buffer, to mess around with things. And just like that, with a couple of quick exchanges in neutral, SDX has the lead back.
See, he started this advantage state incredibly well because he played it a little bit more campy, forced Gons to approach in on him, and then, just as I was saying, Mewtwo with no issue to brush his opponents off the stage and rack up the damage, put him in such a solid lead. However, he's not able to hold that state well because Gons is just able to press on through.
Yeah, and SDX finally able to beat his way back down to the ground. PK Fire once again going to provide him some breathing room, but just going to go right back in the blender. The trade, Gons going to be forced to up B. And there we go. Good job from SDX. Back there has Gons on his tournament stock right now.
A very bold bear, but the fact that he went out for it just shows that SDX knows what he's doing with this character. He's adjusted very well to the movement changes from Mewtwo. Mewtwo's always been a bit of a squirrely character to control, so if he could just keep this momentum, SDX can clutch this out. But
yeah, he's a plastic bag in the shopping parking lot. Just kind of floats through the wind. That being said, Gons is one strong hit away from evening things up. See how much damage SDX can put on. Has, again, good little string right there with the up airs.
Bro, this is exactly what I was saying when we Final Destination. Bring him to Juggle City, you don't get off that bus.
Yeah.
I don't like this dare that SDX keeps on going for.
Yeah, when it's worked, it's definitely like wow, he just materialized.
Yeah. Microsoft Paint drag him off the screen. That's how it is. I mean, it's still Ness. It may not be the strongest, but it's still strong.
It's still strong.
Like,
second strongest is still good. That's still top 3.
It's like you don't laugh at an Olympic medal holder if the medal's silver. You know what I mean?
If you do, you're probably a jerk. Forward air, not going to be no just yet, but Gons can't really afford to take many more of those.
Only there was one more.
And there we go, folks. SDX moving on in losers bracket. Eric Gonzalez eliminated from contention.
Yeah, man. The losers bracket is an absolute shark's pit right now.
Yeah, dude. I wonder who SDX lost to.
Actually, Kyoko's been keeping a upset thread I've been following on Twitter, and if I remember correctly, SDX was put into losers by, it was like Lonesome, I believe was the tag.
Dang.
It was like a straight 2-0.
I feel that. Getting 2-0'd by loneliness.
Right into the losers bracket, like it just gets worse.
Cuffing season is rough, man. We out here, but yeah, shout out to Kyoko, she's great. Definitely go check it out. The upset thread's very important. But if you guys are just joining us, welcome back to Let's Make Moves. We're joined, I'm not Hazmat, I'm Koopa, joined with Hangman. That's player 4. This is Isabel.
It's a very crowded picture today. Now, player 4, I know you're actually one of the players who had made it into top 64 loser side, and we were just discussing this before you rudely interrupted.
Yeah, I was gonna
say. What can you tell us about today's losers brackets? How are you feeling they are across the waves?
I'm already out, but...
Oh, bet.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
You're going to rat in the trunk going home, Frank.
Man, I hope not. He's not even in my car.
Yo, I got you for the next car pull.
That's what he would say.
Yikes.
Anyway, so we already have 2 combatants sitting down on the other side of the
Ooh.
stream. A couple of our friends.
Indeed. All right, so we got Bars the Journey versus...
HQ Gaming's Are Hungry.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I love our little regional bouts from New York versus New Jersey because it happens so often.
Yeah, man.
And
We have so much crossover between the two of us.
And I feel like really early on, New Jersey and New York specifically have had such a good opportunity to showcase how strong of a region we are.
And both of us hate being in each other's respective states, so it's great.
Very true.
I'm sure you're very thrilled to be spending the entirety of a Saturday in New Jersey.
You know, I heard that there was a New Jersey event in a church, and I was very curious because I had never heard of the town that we're in. I was told it's in North Jersey, and I'm still trying to find North Jersey
Who told you that?
on a map.
They should be shot. Whoever told you that? That ain't right, man.